and welcome to another morning of affirmations, a morning where we welcome in love, we welcome in abundance. Now, before I carry on, can I thank you all for hanging on in there? I look back at yesterday's live. Good morning, Emma. Hey, I look back at yesterday's live on YouTube and it was quiet, guys. It was so quiet. So please let me know if you can hear me loud and clear. I've sorted out connections and all sorts of stuff. So please just tell me if I am loud enough. Not just you can barely hear me, but I'm loud enough. So please let me know that you can hear me. Emma's in the house on Insta. No, the Insta people are coming in now. Well done, Emma, on YouTube. And good morning, the wonderful Joe. Can you hear me nice and loud and clear, please? Not low, but can you hear me strong, 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 strong? Because yesterday I realized that it wasn't so loud. Oh, good. You can hear me loud and clear. Amazing. Thank you, Emma. All right. So I don't know what happened to the gremlins. The gremlins came and it was so quiet, and it was such a good session yesterday. So those that hung on in there and really peeled your ears out to hear what was happening, well done, because when I listened back it was so quiet. Listen, guys, it's so good to see you all. It's so good to see you this morning. Why are we here? We are here to transform. We are here to forgive the past. We are here to thrive. We are here to release pain. We're here to release suffering. We're here to release anything that's holding us back. We are changing from the inside out. We are recognizing our inner power. This is our morning upliftment. We do this every single morning and we love it because it sets us up for the day. This is your me time. Now, before I carry on, please let me encourage you all to share, to comment. People are commenting now, so thank you, Emma Halston and Joe, for commenting after the sessions as well. Because, as I said, YouTube are having a look. They're looking and they're going, "Oh, okay." And then what they'll do is they'll share it with everyone else that deserves it, so that our family will grow. But we've got a great family. No matter what's going on here is amazing. So, guys, thank you so much. For hanging on in there yesterday. If you're catching me on the replay, my name is JB Rose. I'm a singer, I'm a vegan, I'm a mum. And here, wherever you're seeing me, you'll always see lovely, healthy lifestyle tips. I'm a vegan chef, but you don't have to be a vegan. I always like to give you a little bit of some background information about the food and the drink and the things that we're eating, but we're a lifestyle brand. And what I realized was that talk just about food wasn't enough. It's also talking about what's happening in here and in here, so that we can realize our goals, our dreams, and even supersede them. That's why we're here. That's why we come every morning. We recognize that anybody who's ever wanted anything in their lives, they've had to work at it. They usually wake up earlier than everybody else. They usually get to dealing with any of the stuff that they need to transform, to change, to release, to get rid of, so that they can live the life that they deserve, which is now. We're all about the now. We're not about living in the past. We're not about thinking about the future will save us. If we look after now, the future will be looked after. So good morning, Karen. Good to see you. Welcome to the family. So that's what we're about here. And as you know, before we start anything in the morning, our bodies we have to wake up our bodies. It's physiological. If we do not move our bodies, if we don't shift not just what we're thinking and what we're eating, but also our bodies, then again, how are we going to change it? I don't know if you've ever been to a situation where you're feeling slumped, your energy is low, and then if you're feeling negative and bad about yourself, it stays that way. But when you jump up, you get up, you shake it all out, things change, things shift. So that's another reason why we do our breathing and our exercises. So we shift our energy and we put our energy in the place that we deserve it to be, which is that we are proactive, we are progressive, we are going forward. That's why we come every morning. That's why we're here. So good morning, Dior. Good to see you. You catch me in the middle of my big speech. Good to see you. All right, so we're going to do some nice breathing. So let's take some deep breaths in through the nose. And let's breathe out on the side. Deep breath in through the nose. And let's breathe out on the side. A couple of more of those in through the nose. And we breathe out on the side. One more breathing through the nose. And let's breathe out on the side. Lovely. Now we're just going to roll our heads. We're going to warm up that body. We're shifting that energy. We're waking up that body. Yeah. We are whole. We are holistic. We're not just one thing. We're moving everything. We're going to go left, middle, right, middle, left, middle, right, middle, left, middle, right. Now back, back, middle, down, middle, back, middle, down, middle. Now we're going to roll our shoulders back. Now we're going to roll on forwards. Good. And then stretch up. And then we're going to go to one side. And then we're going to go to the other side. Lovely. And just shake out, guys. Just shake it all about. Oh, now let's do our other breathing. So let's take a deep breath in for the count of 3. Let's hold for the count of 7. And let's breathe out on a shh for the count of 8. Here we go. Take a deep breath. In, 2, 3, and hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe in. 2, 3, and hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe in. 2, 3, and hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Lovely and wonderful. So we've shifted that energy. We are ready for our affirmations. Our affirmations are bespoke, is a bespoke music that I've created for us, where we release anything that is not serving us. So those lyrics you should know off by heart by now. And when you're sitting there, you're releasing, you're singing those songs. I release all stories that do not serve me. You're just singing that. I release all thoughts that do not serve me. I release all actions that do not serve. I release all feelings that do not serve me. So you're singing that to yourself because you're releasing it. And anytime you feel challenged, you just you go back to your past behavior. You just sing this. I release all stories that do not serve me. All right, so that's what we're doing. That's why we're doing it. And we're immersing ourselves in these feelings so that we can change. And when you feel something, then it moves you, then it changes. So I wanted to talk a little bit about health, because we are all about health. And I love reading Dr. Bobby Price. He's got some great detoxes where he cleanses your body. And I like to read a few things. Now, I've heard about this, and he talks about it here, which is all about studies in the food and the drinks that we eat. And there's loads of foods and studies that happen over the years by America, by England, by China, where they look at the food we eat and how it affects us and stuff. So there's been many food industry studies, and especially there was one particular study called the China study, and it was literally commissioned to talk about the effects of meat in our diets. It was in 1978 to 1997. And in China, 65 countries in China were examined. 65 countries. Each included 2 separate villages, 100 villages, and an adult sample of 6,500. Anyway, this China study, what happened in the China study was they were checking people's food, their diet, as I said, the holistic thing. And they looked at the food. And the conclusion from the China study is this. The conclusion of the 20-year study were alarming. Heart disease can be reversed by embracing a plant-based diet. Increase of consumption of animal protein and its products, which is dairy, eggs, fish, butter, etc., shows a direct correlation with increased risk of all chronic diseases. So all chronic diseases its roots are in dairy, eggs, cheese, milk, butter, etc. Yeah, that's that. This is the study over 20 years in China. And finally, it says animal protein promotes elevated cholesterol and cancer growth. Okay, so I just want you to think about that when you're living your life and eating your food. And as I always say, especially if you are a meat eater, make sure you eat lots and lots of veg, because meat doesn't have any fiber. Fiber is a thing that grabs a hold of the food and then pushes it right through the body and through the colon. You need it. And if you are only eating large chunks of meat or large loads and loads of carbohydrates, which turns into sugars, of course, then what happens is your body gets backed up. So I'm wondering whether most of you kind of only poo, 2 or 3 times a day. Some people only poo once a week, which means that stuff is in your body and it's getting toxic. Yeah, so I encourage you to drink lots of water, lots of veg, and of course I encourage you to start thinking about going plant-based. I'm not saying you should do it overnight. It took me years to become plant-based. I was a vegetarian for maybe about 10 years, and then when I got pregnant about 14, 15 years ago, I then went all vegan. But it was a slow process. I used to do, I'll give you a little comment. When I used to go to parties, black parties on the weekend, and I wouldn't consider myself being at the party unless I had curry goat. And so I used to think, oh my God, I'm going to go to a party and I'm not going to be able to eat curry goat. I love curried goat. And so what I used to do was to transition was I would eat the curry goat, but I would just have the gravy and not the meat. Of course, I'm still eating the meat because it's the gravy, but that was my transition. And eventually, when I go to parties and Caribbean parties or West Indian parties, now they all have vegetarian options, chickpea curry and all that kind of stuff. But I used to miss having curry goat. So, but I didn't beat myself up. So when I say all of this, I don't want you to think that you must go charging into a diet that you're not quite ready for. You have to be ready for it, so that it's a lifelong decision rather than a knee-jerk decision. So yeah, that's me going on about being healthy and giving you some studies, but do your own research, guys, because what I find is when you do your research, it really, really helps. Okay, so now we're going to go into our affirmations. Good morning, Alison. Good morning. Alison says good morning to everybody. And yeah, it's just checking that everyone's saying hello to each other, and I'm making sure everybody knows that. So listen, I would love to know, before we start our affirmations, we've got a couple more minutes. I would love to know what these sessions are doing for you. Please let me know how they're doing, what they give you. Does it help you through the day? Does it change your mindset? Has it been changing your overall way you live your life? Is it just a good reset? So what does these sessions do for you? And while I'm waiting for you to bring that in, what I want us to think about when we're doing our affirmations is when it goes into, when I'm singing, and it goes, I want you to focus on the good things about you. So I want you to think, I'm a kind person. All the things that you're good at. I'm a good friend. I've got great ideas. I'm creative. So all your good qualities, I want you to think about it, because I want us to build on our good qualities. So rather than talk about things that we're not good at, I want us to talk about what we're good at. So when the affirmation music comes, and when it does the I'm creative. I attract money. I can do anything. I'm a positive person. Whatever your words are, please, when you're doing the affirmations, you are now going to add in for yourself what you're good at. Okay, so just checking in, what has these sessions been doing for you? If you haven't had a chance to and you don't want to share it in the group, that's fine. Text it to me, DM me later. It'd be great to find out how these sessions are going for you. We're going to go straight in now into our affirmations. Remember, when I leave you what I want you all to do is just to sit quietly for another 3, 4, 5 minutes, breathing in and just having some me time and meditate. Think on your breath. Just breathe and focus on your breath, and then go and have a lovely day. All right. So remember now, when we get to the hi, you're going to say what your qualities are, your really good qualities. Welcome. Thank you so much for coming in this morning. Please let me know how these sessions are going, what they do for you. I will see you tomorrow morning. Bless up, bless up, bless up. Here we go. Do not serve me. There we go.
Feelings that do not serve. My nature is abundant.